Purim Challenge 4 in our 4-part mini series on 4 parts, 4 little Divrei Torah on Purim. Our challenge is to put together the common theme and common denominator of each of these 4 small Divrei Torah. We're now arriving at part 4 of the Purim Challenge, the Purim Puzzle. On Parsha Zachor, that we read last Shabbos, right before Purim, we talk about Amalek and how they, Asher Korcha Baderech, they happened to meet you along the way, and they attacked those at the rear who were weak, Ayef v'Yageya, the handicapped, the elderly, those who were ill at the back of the camp. And when it says Asher Korcha Baderech, Rashi says, when it says Asher Korcha Baderech, Rashi says, Lashon Mikre, they happened upon you. Now, they didn't really happen upon the Jewish people. They planned an ambush on the Jewish people. But it says, Asher Korcha, oh, we happened to find you. Lashon Mikre. Why? Because Amalek stands for the idea of Mikre, of happenstance, randomness. They don't believe in Hashgacha. They don't believe in divine providence. They believe in happenstance, that the world happens by itself. They believe that the world happens by random clashing of molecules and atoms that happen to bash into each other and create the world and create humanity. They don't believe in a divine guidance, a divine plan. That's why they happened, Asher Korcha, they happened to meet the Jewish people, because that was their expression of their philosophy of life, that everything happens by accident. Mikre, by accident. But the Jewish people, we live baderech. The philosophy of the Jewish people is uvelechtecha baderech. You shall walk upon your way toward a destination. If there's a destination, then there's a planner who planned that destination. So our total philosophy of life is we go along the way. Our philosophy of life is to go baderech, along the way. When we go up to the 3 regalim, shalosh regalim, the 3 regel, foot festivals, Pesach, Shavuos, and Sukkot, we make aliyah la regel. We're on the way. We're on the way to Kedusha, on the way to Jerusalem, on the way to sanctity, on the way to developing our relationship with God. Our philosophy is we have a mahalach, we have a direction, we have baderech. The word halacha comes from the word holech, to go. We go in the way of Hashem. We walk in a particular way, a pathway of service of Hashem. We count days toward Shabbos. We walk upon a derech, hayom yom rishon b'Shabbos, sheni b'Shabbos, shlishi b'Shabbos, toward a destination. The 7 weeks between Pesach and Shavuos, we have a direction, a plan, a journey. Our derech, our mahalach of personal development, working on ourselves, is a plan, is a derech. Amalek comes along and says, Asher korcha baderech. Amalek comes along and says, I am going to stop your journey. I want you to stop this journey toward destiny. And that's what Amalek says, and that's what Haman says. Haman and Amalek say, there is no journey. There is no goal. There is no journey. There is no goal. There is no purpose. Bow down to me. Stop your derech of serving God. Stop your aliyah. Stop your personal development and your personal aliyah and your personal foot festivals. Stop going toward your destiny, toward God. Stop here and bow down to me. Bow down to Haman. Bow down to this avodah zarah. Stop the derech. Our derech is toward Shabbos. Ours is toward aliyah, personal aliyah and aliyah to Eretz Yisrael. Our wisdom is to develop wisdom, a derech, a mahalach of halacha, to develop our service of Hashem. We're on a journey toward service of Hashem, and they say no. There is no goal, there is no standard, there is no godliness. Our job, therefore, is to wipe out Amalek, to wipe out the memory of Amalek, to wipe out the concept that there is no derech. And that's why we blot out Amalek's name. We blot out Haman's name when we hear his name in the Megillah, because we want to uproot, we want to blot out, we want to stop that kind of blasphemy, that concept that there is no derech. We blot him out and we say, I'm on my way. I'm on my way to follow Hashem's hand in the Megillah. Don't stop me along the way. Because there's no such thing as stopping the derech. Uvelechtecha b'derech. You shall go along the way. We have to get rid of this idea, blot out this idea, block out this idea that everything is an accident of history, that the world is an accident, that we are an accident, that our lives are an accident, that our lives are happenstance. We must keep along the journey, and that's why we uproot Amalek. That's why we bang the table and continue our gragger. Because the gragger means I'm going along the way. I'm going along the way from my derech. On Hanukkah, we play a dreidel. Hashem reaches his hand into the world from above and spins the world from above with open miracles of a candle lasting for 8 days. On Purim, we spin the gragger from below. We see from below that there is natural happenstance, but there's a derech. And we're looking for Hashem's hand in that derech. We are the ones. Hashem is the one on Hanukkah who reaches from above and spins the dreidel from above. And we spin it from the top. That's a top. That's a sivivon. He spins the world from above. He reaches into the world from above in an open miracle and spins the world. Like Pesach, he reaches into the world and makes an open miracle. But Purim is the minig is, the gragger is we spin from below. We go along the derech, but we're guided by Hashem. We look for Hashem's hand in the miracle of Purim. We live that miracle, the mystery of the miracle every day. So when we come to the Megillah tomorrow night, Thursday night, and Friday morning, and we bang the table, and we spin the gragger, we're trying to uproot the Amalek within myself. Uproot the apathy, the lethargy, the complacency, the giving up of hope. I have to uproot the Amalek within myself. Just like on Pesach, I have to uproot the chometz in myself, the haughtiness, the gaiva, and have a humble matzah during Pesach. I have to retain my humility and my modesty and my tznius and my humble matzah, my humble self, and regain my humility. So too on Purim, I have to uproot my lack of emunah, my lack of continuing along the derech. I must continue the derech, continue to spin the gragger from below by finding Hashem's hand in our lives. You must keep going. How do we do that? How do we do that? So in the defeat against Amalek in Shmos, the end of Bashalach, when Yoshua was chosen by Moshe Rabbeinu to choose soldiers to fight against Amalek, and Moshe Rabbeinu went up the mountain. B'dei Moshe Kvedim, Perek Yud Zayin, chapter 17, verse 12. B'dei Moshe Kvedim, the hands of Moshe were heavy. V'yikchu Even, they took a rock, a stone, v'yisimu tachtav, and they put it underneath Moshe, and he sat on the rock. V'yeshiv aleha v'Aaron v'Chur, Aaron and Chur, tamchu v'yadav mizeh echad u'mizeh echad, they held his hands up. Aaron on this side and Chur on this side, v'yadav emunah, and his hands were emunah. His hands became emunah ad bo hashamesh, until the morning. And because of that emunah, vayachalosh Yoshua Amalek, Yoshua weakened, did not destroy Amalek, but weakened Amalek. Ves amal fi charev, he weakened them because of the hands of Moshe Rabbeinu. Says Rav Moshe, what does it mean that Moshe lifted his hands above his head? The hands above your head are naaseh. The mind is nishma. The way to defeat Amalek is naaseh lifnei nishma. Nishma is we have to think, we have to believe, we have to try, we have to work it out. Nasa means I'm going to do it. Nasa, then Nishma. When Moshe Rabbeinu lifted his hands above his head, that's Emunah. Emunah is I'm going to do. I'm not going to try. So when we say, I'm going to try to keep the mitzvahs, no such thing. I'll do my best to keep the mitzvahs. No. There's no such thing as try. There's no word of try in the Torah. When Hashem gave us the Torah, we didn't say, Ninaseh v'nishma, we'll try and do. We said what? Na'aseh, we'll do. There's no such thing as try. The antidote to Amalek is I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do whatever it takes to stay on this journey. Whether it's chas v'shalom, COVID, a pandemic, schools open or schools closed, vaccine or no vaccine, a Holocaust or no Holocaust, attacks against the Jews or no attacks against the Jews. Na'aseh v'nishma. We will continue to do. Not try to do. That is the amkshe oraf, the stiff-necked people, is we will do no matter what. I won't try to do. I won't try my best. I will do whatever it takes. That's na'aseh v'nishma. And that's the antidote to Amalek.